Hi everyone, I'm Alex from the Engineering Faster team, and in this video I'm going to show you a new tool developed using DevSpaces that can be used to automate a significant part of our work. So here in Engineering Faster, some of the improvement requests that we receive are for slow SQL queries, and some of those tickets can be improved by adding a new database index. If we have a look at the issue statistics, you can see that this solution, adding a new index, is by far our most popular one, being used in over 30% of our tickets. Now let me show you this new tool that can be used to automate most of it. I'm going to start the DevSpaces environment for it, and while this is starting up, let me quickly go through the manual steps that are currently performing for such tickets. So first we measure the initial query execution time and record a video for this. Then we check if a database index can improve the query based on the execution plan. Then we perform the measurement again and record a new video. And then we measure the impact of the new database index on write operations. And all of the results from these steps are being recorded in a Google Drive spreadsheet. Then we add the new index in the code base, we create a pull request, and we update the Jira ticket. This new auto indexer tool aims to automate the first 10 steps that you see here, up to writing the results in the Google Drive spreadsheet. So let me show you how this works. As you can see, DevSpaces has already installed the Python dependencies for us. It has also created an employees database that we're going to use for testing in the local MySQL server. It has also downloaded an external tool, this SPCMD, that will be used for query measurements. And we are also using DevSpaces support for secrets using environment variables. And we use that for creating the service account JSON file, which contains some Google credentials. So now we have everything in place, and we can just run the tool, which accepts a configuration file. Let me make this slightly larger. And now the tool is going to go through all the steps that I've previously mentioned. You can see that here, and you can see that it has already found a solution. But let me show you the config file that we're using here. The file contains the database connection data here, the query that we want to improve. For our example, we are getting all the employees that have a last name containing T. Then we also pass the ticket corresponding to this query, and we pass some Google Drive related information here. And as you can see, the solution here was to add a new index on the last name column, the one that you're using in the query. And here we got a results folder in Google Drive. If we open it, you're going to see the main spreadsheet here with all the results being populated here. We can see the baseline measurements and the improvement measurements. And in this case, we obtain an improvement of over 3 times for this particular query. We also have the recordings here, which are basically recordings of the CLI command that were used for the measurements. You can find all the 15 measurements here. And then we have the execution plans before and after the improvement. We have the solution with the new index. And on the right side here, you can see the results of the write tests for inserts, updates, and deletes. And more than that, we also have in this write test folder the actual outputs for the runs for this test. You can see for insert, after, before, and you also have the configuration file that was used for testing. So right now all these steps are being performed manually, and they take a few hours or even more than that. But as you saw, using this tool, we can do all of this in under 3 minutes. So that's it for the tool demonstration. Now regarding DevSpaces, I think it's really awesome. I really like the fact that you have a running environment with all dependencies installed just by clicking a button. And I also enjoy the fact that the environment is easily configurable using the Docker file or the Git pod YAML file for this. So overall, I think this new workflow using a cloud environment for development, it looks pretty promising. That's it for me. I hope you have enjoyed the presentation, and have a nice day.